My goodness. Times have been hectic. I'm very much lost. I've done nothing like all week. In fact, it's Sunday night of me recording this. And you know what? My life might be in shambles. I may be better off just leaving this country, going back, so I'm not always alone. Give me a second. In the end, I might not even achieve the things I want to. But you know what? Despite the time I'm in, I decided if I do nothing, recording my weekly videos, the one thing I'll do. Let's actually try and analyze this right here. Let's look at this. When I'm with people, I can have all the mindset, the drive, the motivation, all these things. But when I'm alone, there's nothing. In fact, my room still isn't clean. Now, when we look at the issue, there's two things. There's two paths I see that I can take. We'll call one internal, the other external. So with the internal path, the internal path says that I have to build myself as a character. And that ultimately I decide and choose and work to be this person no matter what, no matter people are there or not. That when I am truly alone and truly no one is watching, I choose to be this. True integrity, if you will. And then with the external path, it's telling me that I can't do the internal path. And so I have to rely on systems and outside things for me to act right. Now, obviously, the internal path sounds better, but it's not exactly producing results. I feel like a little kid all again. In fact, this almost makes me think that all those years of childhood was just stagnation. Is there a fireworks show going on? Yeah, I guess there is. A terrible time to record. So I don't know. I think if I did go with the internal route, what I'd have to do. No. I think, actually, I think about it. Perhaps the external route sorry, the external route is inevitable. Because I was just about to say that if I were to take this internal route, then maybe I should cut off distractions. But then that's me saying that I have to cut off things. So it doesn't hurt to try. I'm thinking that maybe now. I'm thinking that because I'm so young and I don't know. I don't know. Why the fuck? These fireworks are kind of pissing me off. I can't even lie. But it's that I unfortunately don't have any responsibilities or anything calling to me except for school. I was just talking about this with GPT and how it's like I'm in an internal state of I don't know, post work fatigue or whatever you want to call it. If you worked a 9 to 5, once you got home, you just chilled, right? Or even when like the weekend came after school, you just chilled. You just did nothing. It's like I'm in that state 24/7. What happened to me? Genuinely, this decline is something I have to really look at and analyze. This is something truly worth studying because I had all the ambition and fire in the world, but got killed. I would at the very least hope that this is just part of the hero's journey. It's gotten to a point where I'm not exercising. What, it's been like 2 weeks of no exercise? I think if I were to start up again, I'd start with calisthenics. And sure, we can do basic calisthenics. Unfortunately, I don't have a pull up bar, but could always find a park. But yeah, I kind of lost it. I don't know. All I can just do is sit here and speculate. One guess I had was that it was just I don't know, perhaps the outside noise, because I'm hearing from all these people on the internet. It's like, oh, you have to get like rich now. You have to really work hard every day. I guess if we go further down that thought, it's like There's a lot I have to do. I don't know. I guess I can't take the struggle. Uh, Consistency is probably one of the hardest things, but even it's even harder. And oh, this is another point, another theory. But it's even harder when you actually are consistent and there's no results. I don't know. It's probably this fall is probably caused by a multitude of things. Comfort, uh, lack of progress, high difficulty, urgency for uh, whatever, money, a job, lack of focus. I don't know. Lack of results, disbelief, poor lifestyle, untrained mind, bad mindset. Lack of discipline. Perhaps this is another thought, but perhaps all the fantasy has died, and all I'm left with is just the raw, hard work. But I don't know. Because what I'm kind of facing is something I've never really faced in my life. We're talking endless months of consistency, day by day. I don't know. I remember in my last few days when I were like week when I went to the gym, I didn't want to go, but I just got up and went. But the thing was like, and this might be like a whole lesson that I learned. People say to show up. All you have to do is show up. But when I was at the gym, I didn't really do that much that week. And like if showing up is important, but it's like is this physically show up? Because I would move weights, but I'd lower the weight, I'd do all this stuff, and it's basically almost like I was just moving my arms around. It's like I can't even grow from this. Perhaps also my financial situation. Like, why the hell am I gonna waste all this time in the gym and burn all this energy if I can't even get the proper nutrition? I have been going to the gym for 3 months and like no progress. maybe if we look back at the internal, external, all the external stuff has kind of crashed down, where all I'm left with the internal, and this stage of unclean room and YouTube all day and doing what I want and doing what I feel like doing is just the internal, just the raw internal. That deep down, this is who I am. When it comes to struggle, I get tired and I lay down and I fall asleep. And then guess what I do? I wake up, I face the problem again, and then I get tired again, and I take another nap. It's like, what the hell? So then I have to just sit there and pretend like I'm not tired. And then everything inside of me is just telling me to just go away from the problem. I don't know. Unfortunately, when my young self, well, I don't know. Me being here in Japan by myself with these struggles, I can only hope that there are things I'm quietly learning so that when I go back to a normal life, I will definitely be a different person. But I guess we just go back to it. I don't know. What do you do when you're alone? What do you do when genuinely no one's watching? It's not just that no one's watching. It's like you don't have to. I don't know. Actually, I think at the same time, this is just me speaking from dry balls, to be blunt. I swear, if I could, I genuinely think if you could like hold it in, weird hand motion, but if you could like hold it in, you might have like all the power in the world, genuinely. I swear, being a man. That might actually be what I do. It's probably like the great neuterer of man, to be honest, with this modern technology. Perhaps that's where I'll focus all my efforts. Anyways, thanks for watching.